All right, you guys, we're going to talk about the theory behind why some sellers fail internationally, or not fail, but like have issues. And so, Bradley, you've seen a lot of people expanding internationally, or perhaps expanding internationally is selling your first time.
Yeah. So, I mean, there's two different scenarios here that I've seen this failure. And one of them is if you start your very first listing is in Amazon USA and you start making it successful, you're selling a lot. So the next logical thing you do is, hey, I'm selling in North America. I'm going to go ahead and expand to Canada. And they think, hey, in Canada, they speak English. All I have to do is copy my listing 100% and make that in Canada. And then they say, okay, I'm done with that.
No, they say good idea, eh?
Good idea, eh?
Yeah.
Yep,
I was waiting for him to say that.
And then we have another opportunity for some accents right here. They're like, okay, the next logical place to sell is in Amazon UK. It's another English country. I'm just going to go ahead and copy my USA listing and put it in the UK. And is that a good idea to make? That's an Australian accent. Good eye, mate. I'm an Australian selling in the UK. But anyways.
I don't know what the Aussies say.
But anyways, oh, that's right. There's Amazon Australia now. So then they're like, hey, I'm killing it in the UK or whatever. I'm going to just copy my listing and put it in Australia. Why is that a mistake? Do you know why is that a mistake, Brock?
Because they're being wankers.
Bloody wankers.
Bloody wankers. You got to talk to the UK people different than the US. And like, now think about this, like just how differently like words are across cultures. Like I don't say bloody wanker or whatever the British people say, and there's all of those.
What are fish and chips?
Fish and chips.
I mean, fish and chips is what a British person would say, but if you were to order fish and chips, what are they actually giving you in American English?
I don't know, like Long John Silver's.
Yeah, what's the actual plate? What do we call it? Like if we have if we say chips, what do we think about it? I just bought some right now.
Yeah,
this is a chip, right? But if you order fish and chips in the UK or even in here, if you're going to a pub or a British restaurant, you're not getting this. You're getting what we call French fries. If you talk about the boot of a car, and you're like, the boot of a car, a boot is something you put on your foot. But in the UK, the boot means the trunk lid of a car. There's tons of words like that. A bonnet in America, I think, is like something girls put on their head or something like that.
Yeah. So there's going to be translate is never going to work correctly. Now, this is the whole point of the video. But not only that, things culturally mean something different. So basically, there's just all these different cultural norms of like in Japan, I believe everything has a spirit. So they will like a face on their spatula. Like that's like will helps increase conversion. Like they believe everything has a soul and is like a spirit and is alive. In like certain other things, they're like, no, they don't care about that. Some people are more consumerism, or like go read the reviews in Amazon Germany. They're assholes. Like they are. My friend's Germany's like, yeah, it's hard to get a good product. Like we are very harsh on reviews. Yeah. So like. Sorry, I'm German, okay? So I could say that the Germans are assholes on reviews, but just in a play-hearted way.
No, but think about it, guys. It's not just different words or different translations.
It's values.
It's values. It's not just cultural. It's just behavior, too, is different. Like those of you who ever watch my training videos, you guys know I'm always talking about collagen peptides. And in America, the top searches for collagen peptides is pretty easy. Collagen peptides, collagen powder, hydrolyzed collagen, etc. The number 3 keyword in Spain, for example, is colágeno con magnesio, which, if my translation is correct, is collagen with magnesium. If you were to search for that word in Amazon USA, that's not even anywhere in the top 100 keywords. But for whatever reason, that's like the number 3 most searched term related to collagen peptides. So for whatever reason in Spain, everybody relates collagen peptides with magnesium. Okay, so if you would have just copied your Amazon USA listing and just, I'm going to hire a professional translator, copy the title, copy this, translate it, you would be missing out on the number 3 keyword because you would not have even known to put magnesium in your listing. So that's why it's so important to do research in each marketplace you're going to sell, regardless if it's the same language or if it's a different language.
All right, so this is the argument, but what is the theory now? So the theory is that you need to find how not only so we've analyzed in previous videos that essentially there are all of these products, or there's all these keywords for your product, okay? And that we've analyzed that a lot of them are irrelevant because you're trying to solve consumer needs. The needs of you analyzed and made your product for the consumer needs in your marketplace. You're in a different marketplace now. You have to focus on different needs. And words correlate to those needs. And you're speaking to those pain points. Guess what? The pain points in different countries are different. Mm-hmm. The values, so all of these things that make people tick in one country are different in the other way. Or even if you think that this word makes that people tick for that, it's oh no, that doesn't work at all for that. So that's the whole thing is we're trying to find that area where we're solving those needs and it makes sense. So yeah, we'll look at all the data here with UM10, other tools, and gather all the data. But now you need to what do people do now? So they can gather all the data in German, all right. But this German data is junk to me. What do I do? What do you suggest that I do? Because I'm actually expanding internationally right now. I get all this Eclipse data in my other products. How do I find that gold stuff now? How do I identify those needs?
Basically, the whole process, what you guys have been learning in this course, you've got to repeat that in these other marketplaces. It's not just a matter of copy and paste or copy, translate, and paste. No, you've got to go from step one about, hey, what's the machine keywords? What's the buyer keywords? All of that, you got to start from scratch in the marketplaces. Now, if you start in America, if you have at least some information, that helps you because you have now a bigger pool of information to use. But at the same time, you still got to go through all those.
Okay, so what we're saying
points.
Is here were the needs, maybe here are the needs that we identified in America,
okay,
or in whatever, okay? But now what we realize is in the new market, we're only going to have only these needs. They didn't care about the rest of that, or you know what, that was bad. Let me go back. Okay, so maybe green was the needs in America, but then what happens is these needs unneeded in that new marketplace. They don't value or have those needs, or there's not an opportunity there.
Yep.
So you're only able to get at this. So you're only able to get at this green area in the new marketplace, but there's also other needs over here where it's because it's a new market. Literally all of it's new now. So you have to do that analysis. Could you just go and copy? Yeah, and you'll get some, but you're probably not going to get the results you want. So, is doing this better than nothing?
Yeah.
Yeah. Is it the best? You have to analyze. This is a very, very small listing, and it's very small. Maybe you just give up and I'll throw it there and see if I get some sales. If it's not a big opportunity, but if it's a big opportunity, I don't know. If you don't look into it, you'll never know.
Yeah. And guys, this is what a lot of sellers are doing. So when you differentiate with yourself and you go through this whole process, is it going to take a little bit extra time as opposed to just copying and pasting or just doing direct translation? Yeah, it's going to take you some extra time, but long run, you're going to be hitting all these keywords that all your competitors who are just copying and pasting, they don't have in their listing. And what's that going to result in? That's going to result in more sales for you.
Yeah, I guess the best way that I could say this is, you ever seen a really badly done Eastern Asian listing that you're
oh yeah,
what? One, you're seeing just a very typical they hired some cheap Chinese modeling agency, and it's there might even be millimeters and Chinese words on the photos, and I'm okay, I'm probably not buying this.
You don't want to be that guy.
Are you just doing that
country,
to your market
Yeah.
in Europe, and now all of a sudden they're I don't want to buy this American product?
Oh yeah, I'm just going to use Google Translate to go ahead and translate my listing, and I'm good to go. No, I remember I used to work in the Korean car part business, and the slogan was in English for this one company, and it was "Upgrade your sensitive."
What?
Upgrade your sensitive. You don't want to be that guy. When you see stuff like that, you're just going to ridicule it. Guess what? If you come into Spain or if you come into Italy and you just do some crazy translation that you've never verified, you're going to be the next upgrade your sensitive. And you don't want to do that.
Wait. I think we've got some, let's find some better ones here just while we're, just to drive home this. Let's see.
Well, one of my favorite ones is the Chevy Nova back in the days.
Yeah.
It did terrible in Mexico. Why? Because Nova means it doesn't go. So, they obviously should have changed the name of that car when they were entering the Mexican market. Look at some of these.
Let's see. Yeah, we can wait. Our editor can do it.
Number 2 is great. A curling iron called Mystic.
Here. Okay, here's one. KFC made Chinese consumers a bit apprehensive when "finger licking good" was translated as "eat your fingers off."
Don't be that guy.
Or Mercedes-Benz entered the Chinese market under the brand name Benzi, which meant "rush to die." All right, rush to buy the new Mercedes-Benz, rush to die.
Number 14.
What? Panasonic launched a web-ready PC with a Woody Pecker theme using the slogan "Touch Woody, the Internet Pecker." Wow, that's a good one. It won't leak in your pocket and make you pregnant. Yeah, I mean, you can, let's see. Oh, there's great. We got to go back here. I need a good clickbait for this video. So, editor, go with us. Go. I know that there's some good ones here. I know.
Grilled sexual harassment.
Oh, my God. Yeah. All right. So, here's one. Here's a 7-Eleven translated in some country to "grab me now." Cock 500 milliliters, $2.80. Cock 0, $2.90. Cock light, $3. Yeah.
100 plus ass tea.
Yeah, there we go. Or grilled sexual harassment. That was a. Whoops, they messed up on that one. Or lastly.
Ion butthead against the wall, maybe.
Let's see. Maybe we can get one more out of this. All right, barf soap. Look at that family. They're so happy. Detergent. Barf detergent. Maybe this. We got it.
Oh, that's actually a good. I was just reading the thing. It's because they're using Richard Gere, and he says he hates the Dalai Lama. I was reading the article right there. So guess what, guys? That's your niche research, your product research. You could have a spokesperson or something for your product, and they're hated by the entire community in that country. Not a good call.
Like, let's say this. Like, do you think that you should? Okay, so basically they're using the wrong person.
Mm-hmm.
Like, so. Like, where's the best analogy? Trying to think of it.
Well, like maybe one of your lifestyle images is a picture of a girl in a bikini, but you're trying to sell in a strictly Muslim country or something like that, where that's completely offensive.
That's too practical and not funny. But yeah, no, that would work.
Well, sometimes it's not funny,
no, true.
Yeah, it's sad. It's serious. Like we're making light of this, but at the same time, you're completely shooting yourself in the foot if you make one of these mistakes.
Yeah. All right, you guys. So that is the general theory here is you just need to learn the culture and the consumer needs of each market. And if you're going to a new marketplace, you're going to a new marketplace. Okay? You can't just copy and assume everything is the same. Every marketplace is different.
Exactly. And we'll show you in a later video how you can actually, what's the actual actionable thing you can take so that you can avoid these mistakes.
No, I just want to say this. The Facebook marketplace is different than the Amazon marketplace.
True.
The eBay marketplace, like literally Walmart, Whole Foods, every marketplace is different. So you have to understand how it works and what the needs are there. So just know that.